Have you ever wondered why some truths in life are hard to accept? It is no coincidence that you have ended up here. The universe has led you on this journey to discover hidden wisdoms that are only accessible to highly spiritual people. Dark truths, what does that actually mean? These truths are those deep, often unpleasant insights about life and ourselves that we normally suppress. They are the dark sides of our existence, the things we would prefer to close our eyes to. But it is precisely these truths that can bring us deep understanding and true growth. Only highly spiritual people who are prepared to confront their inner darkness can really grasp these truths. Why is this so? Because it takes courage and a strong connection to your inner self to accept and integrate the shadows. It's a journey that not everyone can take, but those who do find enlightenment and inner peace. The aim of this video is to expand your consciousness and support you on your spiritual path. Together we will lift the veils and reveal the hidden truths that can lift your life to a deeper level. Are you ready to face this journey to realization and illuminate the darkness? Now we come to the individual truths that we will explore together. Each truth is a key to deeper understanding and spiritual growth. Let's begin this journey and discover the hidden treasures that await us. Imagine you are holding a handful of sand. The tighter you close your hand, the more sand trickles between your fingers. It's exactly the same with control in our lives. The idea that we can control everything and everyone around us is an illusion. Control is like a mirage that makes us believe we can tame the unpredictability of life. The illusion of control arises from the need for security and predictability. We endeavor to steer everything into an orderly course because this gives us a sense of stability. But life is inherently unpredictable and chaotic. The reality is that there is very little we can actually control. The weather, the behavior of other people, even our own bodies, all of this is often beyond our control. But herein lies the wisdom: letting go of control leads to a deep inner peace. By accepting that you cannot control everything, you free yourself from enormous pressure. It is as if you are lifting a heavy burden from your shoulders. This act of letting go requires trust in the universe, in the flow of life, and ultimately in yourself. To let go of the illusion of control, there are practical exercises that can help you. 1. Breathing exercises. Start your day with deep breaths. Concentrate on how the breath flows into and out of your body. This helps you to stay in the moment and let go of control over things that are out of your reach. 2. Meditation. Sit in a quiet place and meditate regularly. Visualize yourself letting go of all worries and fears. Imagine them being carried away like leaves in the wind. 3. Gratitude diary. Keep a diary in which you write down 3 things you are grateful for every day. This directs your focus to the positive things in your life and helps you to reduce the need for control. 4. Practice acceptance. Accept that not everything will happen according to your will. Practice taking situations as they come and trust that everything has a purpose. Now that we have understood the first dark truth and its meaning, let's move on to the next one. Next, we'll talk about the dark side of the ego and how it affects our lives. The ego, a complex structure within us that shapes our sense of self and identity. It is the voice in your head that constantly reminds you of who you are and how you want to be perceived. But while the ego gives us an identity, it also harbors dark shadow sides that subtly influence our lives. The ego strives for recognition, power, and control. It is intent on protecting and elevating itself, often at the expense of others. It whispers to you that you are better, smarter, or more important than others. These egocentric thoughts can lead us into an illusion of superiority and independence, which ultimately leads to isolation and inner strife. The negative effects of an excessive ego are numerous. A strongly developed ego can lead to pride, arrogance, and an inability to accept criticism. It creates a constant need for affirmation and external success, which drives you into incessant competition with others. This can destroy relationships, as the ego promotes conflict and misunderstanding in order to protect itself. But how can we overcome the ego and develop true humility? Here are some methods that can help you keep the ego in check and cultivate a humble heart. 1. Self-reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on your behavior and thoughts. Ask yourself self-critically whether your actions are driven by ego or by genuine conviction and compassion. 2. Serve. Get involved in charitable projects or help others without expectation of anything in return. By focusing on the well-being of others, you reduce the influence of your ego and promote genuine humility. 3. Gratitude. Practice gratitude. Remind yourself daily of the people and things that enrich your life. This shifts your focus from what you want to achieve to what you already have. 4. Mindfulness and meditation. Practice mindfulness to live in the moment and quiet the voice of the ego. Meditation helps you to keep a clear mind and recognize the ego without allowing it to dominate your actions. 5. Accept criticism. Learn to see criticism as an opportunity for improvement and not as a personal attack. This promotes growth and reduces the ego's need for constant defense. Now we come to another profound truth that changes our understanding of life. Next, we'll talk about the inevitability of pain and how we can learn to accept and manage it. Pain, an omnipresent companion of life that we often fear and want to avoid. But pain is unavoidable, an integral part of our human existence. It is the dark shadow that reminds us that we are alive and moving through life. Why is pain an inevitable part of life? Pain signals to us that something is wrong, that change or healing is needed. Without pain, we would not feel boundaries and would not recognize when we are hurting ourselves or others. Pain is a teacher that teaches us humility and reminds us that we are vulnerable beings. It forces us to pause, reflect and reorient ourselves. There are two main types of pain, physical and emotional. Physical pain is immediate and tangible. It is caused by injury, illness or physical stress. This pain can be alleviated and often healed. Emotional pain, on the other hand, is more subtle and deeper. It is caused by loss, disappointment, grief and emotional wounds. Emotional pain can last longer and affect us in ways that are harder to heal. There are various techniques that can help you to accept and cope with pain. 1. Acceptance. The first step to coping with pain is acceptance. Don't deny the pain and don't try to suppress it. Accept it as part of your reality and allow yourself to feel it. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional, said the Buddha. Through acceptance, we reduce the suffering that often arises through resistance to pain. 2. Mindfulness. Practice mindfulness to consciously perceive pain without judging it. Breathe deeply and focus your attention on what you are feeling without judging it. This practice helps you to gain some distance from your pain and feel it less overwhelming. 3. Expression. Find ways to express your pain. Journal, paint, dance or talk to someone you trust. Expressing pain can be healing and help you to process and transform it. 4. Self-care. Take care of yourself. Make time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Self-care is crucial to alleviating physical and emotional pain and promoting your healing. 5. Connection. Seek connection with others. Pain can be isolating, but the support of friends, family, or a community can give you comfort and strength. Share your experiences and allow the empathy and compassion of others to carry you. Now that we understand the inevitability of pain and how to accept and manage it, let's turn to another profound truth. Next, we'll talk about the impermanence of all things and how accepting this truth can lead to a more fulfilling life. Impermanence, a universal truth that permeates all of life. Nothing in this world is permanent, everything changes, grows and fades. In a spiritual context, impermanence has a profound meaning. It reminds us that life is precious and that every moment is unique. Impermanence means that everything we experience, joy, sadness, love and pain, is only temporary. This realization can be frightening at first, but it also holds profound wisdom. By accepting impermanence, we learn to appreciate the present moments and experience life in its full depth. Accepting impermanence can lead to a more fulfilling life. When we understand that nothing lasts forever, we let go of our attachments and begin to enjoy the here and now. We recognize the beauty in the fleeting moments and experience a deeper connection to ourselves and others. This not only promotes serenity, but also a deep gratitude for life itself. There are various reflections and meditations that can help us to accept and appreciate impermanence. 1. Meditation on change. Sit in a quiet place and close your eyes. Visualize nature around you, the changing seasons, the blooming and withering of flowers, the flow of water. Remind yourself that everything is subject to constant change. Let these images affect you and feel the peace that comes from accepting change. 2. Gratitude meditation. Take time each day to think about the things you are grateful for. Focus on the small, often overlooked moments, the smile of a friend, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the rustle of leaves in the wind. By consciously noticing these moments, you will recognize their transience and their importance. 3. Reflect on past experiences. Sit down and reflect on your life. Think of moments of happiness and sorrow, of people who have come and gone. Recognize how each experience, whether good or bad, has shaped and enriched you. This reflection helps you to accept and appreciate impermanence as a natural part of life. 4. Letting go exercises. Practice letting go of material and emotional attachments. These can be old clothes, mementos or even old beliefs. Every time you let go of something, realize that you are creating space for something new and accepting impermanence. Now that we understand the importance of impermanence and how to integrate this truth into our lives, let's move on to the next deep realization. Next, we talk about the duality of life and how understanding this duality can lead to more balance and harmony. Life is a constant play of opposites, light and darkness, joy and sorrow, love and hate. These opposites form the duality of life, which is present in everything we experience. Duality means that everything in our world has two poles that are mutually dependent and complementary. Light and darkness are the most fundamental forms of duality. Without darkness we could not recognize light, and without light there would be no darkness. These opposites are not only to be understood physically, but also metaphorically. They reflect the highs and lows of our emotional and spiritual lives. Duality is necessary to grasp the completeness of life. It is the balance between opposites that enables harmony and growth. Understanding duality can lead to more balance and harmony in your life. When you accept the existence of opposites and understand that they are inevitable, you develop a deeper resilience and serenity. You learn to appreciate the dark moments because you know that they bring out the light. This understanding helps you to embrace life's challenges and see them as part of the natural flow. Here are some examples from everyday life and nature that illustrate duality. 1. Day and night. The alternation of day and night is a clear example of duality. Day brings light, activity and life, while night brings darkness, rest and recreation. Both are necessary for the balance of nature and our own well-being. 2. Joy and sadness. Emotional experiences such as joy and sadness are also dual. Without sadness, we could not truly experience the depth of joy. Sad times teach us compassion and appreciation for the happy moments. 3. Health and illness. Health and illness are opposites that represent our physical duality. Illness reminds us how precious health is and motivates us to take better care of our bodies. 4. Growth and decay. In nature, we constantly see the cycle of growth and decay. Trees blossom and bear fruit, only to lose their leaves in autumn and go dormant in winter. This cycle is an expression of duality and shows that decay is necessary to enable new growth. By accepting the duality of life, you recognize the completeness of your own existence. You learn to appreciate both the light and the dark moments and to recognize the depth and beauty of life in them. Now that we understand the duality of life, we turn to the next profound truth. Next, we'll talk about the importance of letting go and how it is an important part of spiritual growth. Letting go, a seemingly simple act, but one of the most profound challenges on the spiritual path. Letting go is an essential part of spiritual growth because it allows us to free ourselves from the chains of the past and create space for the new. Why is letting go so important? In the course of our lives, we accumulate a multitude of experiences and emotions. Some of these are positive and enrich us, while others are negative and weigh us down. By holding on to negative feelings and experiences, we block our inner flow and hinder our growth. Letting go means throwing off these burdens and freeing ourselves from the shackles of the past. It is an act of liberation that allows us to live in the present and be open to the future. The effects of holding on to negative feelings and experiences can be profound. If we don't let go of resentment, anger, sadness or fear, these emotions begin to dominate our thoughts and actions. They can become a constant background noise that affects our well-being and poisons our relationships. Holding on leads to emotional stagnation and prevents us from moving forward. It can even cause physical discomfort as the emotional baggage manifests itself in tension and illness. There are various practical tips and exercises for practicing letting go. 1. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful act of letting go. It does not mean excusing the behavior of others, but freeing yourself from the burden of resentment. Write a letter to the person who hurt you. You don't have to send it, but the act of writing can be liberating. 2. Breathing exercises. Deep breathing exercises help to release tension and calm the mind. Breathe in deeply, hold your breath briefly and then let it out slowly. Visualize breathing out negative emotions and breathing in peace. 3. Meditation and mindfulness. Regular meditation helps to clear the mind and recognize negative thought patterns. Focus on the present moment and observe your thoughts without holding on to them. 4. Keep a diary. Write regularly about your feelings and experiences. This helps you to gain clarity and recognize patterns that are blocking you. Often, simply writing things down becomes an act of letting go. 5. Rituals of letting go. Perform small rituals to symbolically let go. This could be burning a piece of paper on which you have written down negative feelings or releasing a balloon that symbolizes your burdens. By practicing letting go, you create space for healing and growth. It allows you to move into the future free and unencumbered. Now that we understand the importance of letting go and the techniques that support us in doing so, let's turn to another profound truth. Next, we'll talk about the power of stillness and how it can enhance our spiritual growth. In a world characterized by constant movement and noise, silence seems like a rare treasure. But it is precisely in silence that there is an immense power that can have a profound effect on our spiritual growth. Silence is not only the absence of noise, but also a state of inner peace and clarity. The role of silence in spiritual growth is invaluable. In silence, we find the space to encounter ourselves, away from outside influences and distractions. It enables us to organize our thoughts, gain deeper insights and connect with our inner self. In silence, we hear the quiet voice of our intuition, which guides us on our spiritual path. It is in these quiet moments that we find true wisdom and inner peace. Integrating silence into your daily life takes conscious effort and planning, but the rewards are worth it. Here are some ways you can incorporate the power of silence into your daily life. 1. Daily quiet time. Schedule set times of silence each day, even if it's just a few minutes. These moments can take place in the morning, during a break or before going to bed. Create a quiet environment and devote yourself entirely to silence. 2. Breathing pauses. Take short breaks during the day to breathe deeply and pause. Close your eyes, consciously breathe in and out and let the silence flow into you. These breathing breaks help to clear your mind and reduce stress. 3. Mindfulness in everyday life. Practice mindfulness during everyday activities such as walking, eating, or cleaning. Concentrate fully on the here and now without allowing yourself to be distracted by thoughts or external stimuli. This practice brings a deep inner calm and presence. 4. Connection to nature. Spend time in nature, where the silence is often deep and healing. Go for a walk, sit in a quiet place and listen to the natural sounds. The silence of nature can be a source of inspiration and renewal. The benefits of meditation and mindfulness are numerous and well documented. Through regular meditation you can reach deeper levels of stillness and find an inner balance. Meditation helps to calm the mind, reduce stress and establish a clear connection to your inner self. Mindfulness, in turn, promotes awareness of the present moment and helps you to live a more conscious and fulfilling life. By integrating the power of stillness into your life, you open the door to a deeper understanding and harmonious connection with yourself and the world around you. Now that we have recognized the transformative power of silence, it is time to bring our journey to inner wisdom to a provisional conclusion. Next, we summarize the most important insights and offer space for questions and reflections. Our journey through the 7 dark truths has taken us deep into the mysteries of life and spiritual growth. Let's summarize these insights once again and reflect on how they can support us on the path to inner wisdom. We started with the realization that control is an illusion. By letting go of control and accepting the natural flow of life, we find inner peace. This truth teaches us humility and trust in the unknown. Then we explored the dark side of the ego. We learned that an excessive ego can isolate us and keep us from true growth. Through self-reflection and humility, we can overcome the ego and build deeper, authentic connections with ourselves and others. The inevitability of pain was the third truth. Pain is a part of life that shapes and teaches us. Through acceptance and conscious coping, we find strength and resilience. The transience of all things showed us that nothing lasts forever. This truth encourages us to appreciate the present moment and recognize the beauty in the fleetingness of life. We discovered the duality of life, the balance between light and darkness, joy and sorrow. By accepting these opposites, we find harmony and a deeper appreciation for the complexity of life. The importance of letting go taught us the importance of releasing old wounds and negative emotions to make room for healing and new growth. Letting go is a liberating act that helps us to be carefree and open to the future. Finally, we learned about the power of silence. In silence we find clarity, inner peace and a deep connection to our true self. Silence is a space of renewal and spiritual growth. Now that we have explored these 7 dark truths, I encourage you to continually work on your self-reflection and personal growth. Each of these truths offers you tools and insights to make your life more conscious and fulfilling. Be patient with yourself and realize that the path to inner wisdom is a lifelong process. I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences on these topics in the comments. Let's discuss together and learn from each other. Your perspectives and questions are valuable contributions to this journey. Together we can continue to grow and understand the depth of life even better. Thank you for walking this path with me. May your journey to inner wisdom be rich in insight and spiritual growth. Now that we have explored the 7 dark truths together, it is time to address some of the frequently asked questions that many of you have. This part of the video is dedicated to sharing and deepening so that we can continue to grow together. Question 1. How can I more consciously let go of the illusion of control in my everyday life? One of the most effective methods is the daily practice of mindfulness. Start your day with a short meditation in which you focus on letting go of everything that is out of your control. Repeat affirmations throughout the day such as, I trust the flow of life, or I let go and accept what comes. These small rituals help to cultivate an attitude of letting go. Question 2. How do I recognize whether my ego is determining my actions? A good indicator that your ego is determining your actions is a feeling of superiority or the need for constant affirmation. At crucial moments, ask yourself, am I acting out of a need for recognition or out of authentic conviction? The regular practice of self-reflection and keeping a diary can help you to better recognize and transform the patterns of your ego. Question 3. What can I do when the pain becomes overwhelming? When the pain becomes overwhelming, it is important to give yourself time and space to heal. Seek support from friends, family, or a therapist. Practices such as deep breathing, gentle movement, or creative expression can also be helpful. Accept the pain as part of your healing process and allow yourself to work through it at your own pace. Question 4. How can I better accept impermanence in everyday life? One effective method is the daily practice of gratitude. By focusing on the small, fleeting moments of happiness and consciously noticing them, you appreciate their transience. Meditate on the cycles of nature, such as the changing of the seasons, to recognize and accept the natural order of impermanence. Question 5. How do I find balance in the duality of life? Finding balance in the duality of life requires acceptance and awareness. Practice mindfulness to recognize and appreciate the opposites in your life. For example, when you feel sadness, remember that this emotion also allows you to experience deeper joy. By accepting both sides of life, you create inner harmony. Tips for deepening your own spiritual path. 1. Regular meditation. Find a meditation practice that works for you and practice it daily. 2. Reading spiritual literature. Books by authors such as Eckhart Tolle, Thich Nhat Hanh, or Pema Chodron can offer inspiring insights. 3. Community. Join spiritual groups or communities to find support and exchange. 4. Connection to nature. Spend time in nature to feel connected to the greater whole. 5. Creative expression. Use art, music, or writing as ways to deepen your spiritual experiences. I look forward to diving deeper into these topics and exploring new aspects of spiritual growth in the upcoming videos. Future topics will include the practice of mindfulness in everyday life, the role of intuition in spiritual life, and healing through forgiveness. Thank you for your questions and your commitment to this journey together. Feel free to leave more questions and topic requests in the comments and I will address them in future videos. Until next time, may your path to inner wisdom continue to be enlightening and fulfilling. As we come to the end of this journey through the 7 dark truths, I want to share my personal reflections and thoughts with you. Creating this video was not only a creative process for me, but also a profound journey of self-knowledge and spiritual growth. Every truth we explored together reminded me how important it is to be open and ready for change. Letting go of the illusion of control, overcoming the ego, accepting pain, appreciating impermanence, embracing the duality of life, practicing letting go and harnessing the power of stillness are all essential building blocks on the path to a fulfilled and conscious life. This journey has deepened my perspective on many things and encouraged me to continue working on my own spiritual development. I would like to thank you, my viewer, from the bottom of my heart. Your support and commitment mean a lot to me. Without your curiosity and interest, these insights would only be half-truths. It is your willingness to engage in this journey that makes it complete and alive. Thank you for being part of this community and for investing the time to self-reflect and grow. I invite you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. This will keep you up to date with new videos and topics that can help you on your spiritual path. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family so that they can also benefit from these insights. Your feedback is very important to me, so I welcome your comments and suggestions. Together we can create a community of awareness and growth. Until next time, may your path to inner wisdom continue to be enlightening and fulfilling. Thank you and see you soon.